Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to a brand new Ironman League Racing video on this channel. This is gonna be round number 4, and as you can see, 4 points behind championship leader Danny Bresnay. We are gonna be racing around Zandvoort in wet conditions, 100% league race of course, so it is gonna dry up later on in this race. But for now, it is wet conditions, and as you can see, we're starting P18. It's reverse
Coming off in turn 1.
Constructors Champion Order, I think so. I got it explained to me at some point, but I still don't know. We're usually starting around P18, 19, 20, so almost a last to first challenge, week in, week out. And as you can see, we're taking it a little bit careful here on the opening lap. Up to P16 we go, right behind Istvan Pukki and Danny Bresnay, our championship rivals in the championship. We got Duncan Hovland going down the inside. Bit of an optimistic move. And now I'm down the inside of Istvan in the right, and a little bit, because I thought it was gonna bunch up a lot more, but it wasn't. So I just wanted to jump out of the train. We got Duncan Hovland overtaking us, going down the inside of Tom 97. I've not raced him in a league race in I think close to 3.5 years, if I remember correctly. I don't remember racing Tom after F1 2021 or F1 2020. But up to P15 we go, we leave space to Tom on the outside, and we get him moved on, and jump up to P15 again, and now behind our ex-teammate Danny Bresnay. Duncan Hovland going up to P12 almost into turn 1, and I was having a little look down the inside of Danny Bresnay into turn 1, and up to P14 we almost go. We go side by side into turn number 3, and we got an Aston Martin off the road, so I had to leave space to my teammate there. So decided to back out a little bit, so Timbo would have slightly more.
Officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now.
That was
Just be
so
careful.
stressful.
Virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta.
Thank you, Flo.
Yeah, it was a rather chaotic opening lap, even though
damage.
I took it really carefully. VSC stopping again, and we're up to P12. Past Timbo, the Aston Martin in the middle, and now past
Wait, how?
and past Thomas we go. Was a 10-second
10
time
seconds
penalty as well, I think, for speeding under VSC. And as you can see, he has front wing damage, so he's a long way from home, as they would say. Yeah, I'm not sure if that had to do with an incident with the McLaren, perhaps. But we continue. I think Thomas is gonna dive into the pits.
Oh, another one in. Already greedy. Oh,
A
someone's
new front wing, and as you can see,
Sure.
another incident in turn 1 involving Duncan and Gap, and that gives us another position up to P9 after 2 laps, just over 2 laps. And now we get Ismail battling Duncan for P6.
He's leading by like 6 seconds. To be fair, it hasn't been the cleanest.
And yeah, on to lap 5 now. You can see it has stopped raining. Still on the inters though, and still wet, even though you can't really see it. You can see it quite well here actually being wet, but on the main straight you couldn't see anything. And up to P8 we are at the moment, trying to get past Valentin Elekes, I should say. We're trying to get past him here into the next left, and he leaves just enough space for us. We leave enough space for him on the next corner, and around the outside we go. We pretty much got the move already done on the entry, and up to P7 we go, really pushing now, as these inters
I'm cooked, chat.
can go in the bin anyway within the next 1 to 2 laps. Wouldn't be surprised to already see some people box at the end of this lap, but after my little adventure in
I'm staying out on
Hungary,
extra lap.
I decided
Don't care.
to not box as first anymore. So we're gonna stay out an extra lap. DRS has been enabled,
Don't care if the DRS is enabled or not.
and yeah, decided to stay
I'm staying
out.
out.
One
Timbo
more.
box. Wait. Let's Tom with a lap behind.
And yeah, Thomas with the front wing damage and the 10-second penalty has ended up a lap behind. I think going early for a pit stop as well. So yeah, Zandvoort being a short track,
box.
you just end up a lap behind really fast if you've got damage, and then box early again for the slick. So into the pits we go. We're gonna put on a set of the hards and try to go to the end of this race. 65 laps from here, and let's see where we will come out. Have we lost any time doing that extra lap? Says a lap of tire wear, of course. And as you can see, we're coming out pretty much in the same spot. We got Balint Elekes. I hope I'm saying his name right. FER Balint Elekes. FER is quite known community team in the F1 League racing scene. But yeah, he has undercut us, but he is on the mediums as well. So I think even if we boxed on the same lap, he would have probably gotten us. And now on to the start of lap 12. We're gonna go on the attack on FG Eisner into turn 1. He runs a little bit deep, which gives us the opportunity to go for the switchback. He covers it off nicely, and we have to sit back for a few more laps. Those hards obviously gonna get faster and faster relative to those medium runners anyway. And now with that moment of Eisner coming out of turn number 4, that gives us the opportunity into Schijfvlak around the outside. You can see we almost run it up to the gravel there, running really high, and up to P7 we go. And
Holy understeer.
you can see struggling with understeer. Car still very, very heavy, of course, over 100 kg of fuel on board. And now Balint going on the attack on Saba Heggerus. These guys are probably aiming for another pit stop on this strategy. You can see they're battling quite hard. Wheel banging a little bit here and there. And then you can see the top 3 ahead of us. Actually, that is not the top 3, as I'm trying to find a way past here. It's not going well. We got DRS and up to...
Oh my god, there's a huge bumper there. I was flying.
Up to P6 we go. You can see that pit entry line almost sent us into the space. There was actually a proper pothole, or whatever you want to call it. Into turn 1 we're gonna go now. Start of lap 20. Your hearts are only gonna get faster and faster relative to Balint Elekes. He squeezes a little bit into turn 3. Leaves the space for turn 4 though. Just like we do for him on the exit. And now we're gonna try and keep this position up until Schijfvlak, and we do. Probably had slightly more ERS to play with. And now we're behind Danny Bresnay, our championship rival in the Ironman League. As we now start lap 24, we're gonna go on the attack on Danny Bresnay. There's still so many laps to go. Nearly 50 laps to go from here on, but you can see we're battling quite hard. Everyone wants to be in P1, 2, or even P3 on F124. So that's what we're trying at the moment. And as you can see, trying to go around the outside in turn 4. Now we go for a little switch back up the hill. We're gonna go. We got a little bit of slipstream from Duncan Hovland into Schijfvlak. We're gonna go around the outside, and as you can see, because we're running high, we got some clean air, and that just helped us get the rotation, little bit of a touch into the next right-hander, and up to P4 we go. And now Istvan straight away attacking Danny Bresnay, and that's important for us because now we can recharge our battery because we're running quite low there. So that is quite nice. And up to P4 we go. I'm not sure who's in P1, but he's leading by quite a bit. And yeah, I think we have gained quite a lot over the past few laps. So I think it's just a matter of time before we wheel him back in to this train. Yeah, we will see.
Why are you going fast?
Lap 26. Now you can see Istvan and Danny still battling into turn number 1. I managed to recharge my battery a little bit here in the past few laps. The person who was in P1 has decided to box for a new set of tires, so quite a short stint for him perhaps. He had gone for the softs. And yeah, doing an extra pit stop. Not sure what his plan is from here on, but that has cost him close to 20 seconds of course. And now at the start of lap 27 we're gonna go in the attack on Duncan Hovland into turn 1 with the help of some slipstream. You can see we waited until the very last moment to pull out, and that was a terrible choice of words. Up to P2 we're gonna go into turn 3 for a moment as Duncan is boxed in. We go around the outside in turn 4, which helps slightly for the exit. Unfortunately I got a big snap of oversteer. We still got to move on though. And up to P2 we go. Behind Ismail Fassi, and there's still 45 laps to go. 44 and a half laps to go in this race. And there's been so much action already. But yeah, now the plan is to just swap around with Ismail every single lap. You can see the understeer still. Through those long corners, the front tire is really suffering with such a heavy car. In real life, teams are really struggling with the balance of the car on this track as well. Lots of understeer, oversteer, all over the place. And similar on F124. More understeer, I would say, especially in the race. As you can see, we're really struggling with the understeer when the car is so heavy. And now we're gonna get past Ismail Fassi at the end of lap 28. And we're just gonna try and keep doing this. You can see I'm a little bit, not low on battery, I'm halfway on battery. But ideally, when you get into the lead, you want to be full battery. So, yeah. Now, we are just gonna let each other go lap after lap. It's not easy because you got a car in P3 that wants to jump into P2 as well. So you have to do it right. The person leading has to have quite good pace in order to not get double passed on the straight. And yeah, at some point, me and Ismail got the hang of it, and we're just passing each other lap after lap for the lead of the race. So yeah, we just continue this forever until lap 49 here. We were swapping around. So not the most interesting one, but
safety car's been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
Safety car deployed, and that means everyone is gonna come into the box for a festival tire because these hearts had on more than 40 laps already.
Finally.
And actually, it's a bit of a shame that the safety car came out because I would have loved to see what would have happened if the safety car did not come out. Because I reckon we would have had split strategies between
out?
people staying out on the hards and people boxing for a new set of mediums. But that's not happening now. Now everyone is boxing for a new set of the mediums. So that's a bit of a shame.
Diversity of strategy, Jack.
And yeah, as you can hear there, massive diversity strategy. Absolutely not. Lap 52 though, end of lap 52, safety car is gonna come in at the end of this lap. And yeah, we're just waiting for Ismail to restart his race now. You can see he's really weaving aggressively. We're not doing that because I just want to focus on getting the restart right. And yeah, we got it okay. Could drop by like 2.5 tenths, but that's acceptable. As long as you stay within half a second, that's, I reckon, acceptable. So yeah, we now need to stay with Ismail in the coming lap in order to keep that DRS for the 2 DRS zones that you have in the middle sector and on the main straight, of course. Ismail really pushing it on the battery, as you can see. A little bit of a mistake for me there. But yeah, as you can see, Ismail really draining his battery on this restart. Picking up some more grass on that entry curve. And now we're 8 tenths behind, so we need to kind of push here. Luckily, it's still another full lap before DRS can be used. So yeah, if Ismail uses all his battery now, we can obviously still make up for it. The gap is over a second now, but yeah, you can see Ismail is not gonna have any battery left by the time he gets into turn 1 pretty much. 1.2 seconds is gonna be the gap, more or less. I think Ismail did a slightly better job at warming up his tires as well, which helped build him this gap as well. But yeah, mainly it was the ERS, and yeah, because we have so much more now, we're just gonna use it up towards Schijfvlak. For the people who don't know what Schijfvlak is, it's this corner, this very, very fast corner, right-hander. And as you can see, purple first sector for us. We're trying to reel in Ismail again into the next DRS zone. This is going to be the first detection point. Looks like we're just going to get it by 100th of a second. But you can see Ismail was recharging there for a little bit. And I think it might have been because he was under 10%. So yeah, we had slightly more to use with. And now this is the next DRS detection. So we are back in the DRS, almost dropping Danny behind us in P3. So yeah, now we're just gonna recharge. Past Ismail with a DRS move again. For a few laps, we just started swapping again. And now, at 57, we got boxed in a little bit by Ismail. And now it looks like we're gonna drop a position to Danny Bresnay. He goes around the outside in turn 4. I leave him the space on the exit, of course. And down to P3 we go, which is not ideal, especially for a championship. But we still got 15.5 laps to get back into P2 or P1. So yeah, we just need to play it a little bit smart. We got Istvan right behind us, Duncan in P5. We need to be patient, not get into any incidents, because P3 is actually a great position to be in as well on F124, because the DRS is so strong. Into turn 1 we're gonna go. I was trying to get past somehow, but it just can't really find a way through when there's two cars going side by side, especially on Zandvoort being such a small track. Into turn 4 we're gonna go down the inside of Ismail Fassi. We're gonna use the battery up towards Schijvlak, and now we got the inside, which is gonna turn to the outside. Unfortunately, again we get boxed in. Yeah, that is tough. But yeah, we just have to accept it and go again on the very next lap. We just have to keep pushing to try and get back into that P2 spot, or either P1 for those final few laps. So yeah, let's see if we can pass Ismail or Dani on the next lap. You can see they're going so slowly. I think no one wants to have, or no one wants to be leading at this point, and this is quite a common thing on F124. I try not to play too much DRS games. We got squeezed off the track a little bit there and bottomed out, and now we're gonna go on the attack into turn 1. This time it's Ismail that gets boxed in, and now we go around the outside into turn 1. It's 3 wide, and I saw this on my arrows, so I left a little bit of extra space, but there's only so much you can do when it is 3 wide. And yeah, we were the leading car going into turn 1, so yeah, we had most right of way, although 3 wide is always a tricky one. Lap 61, as you can see, Istvan Pukki has managed to climb into P2, and you can actually see there Danny Bresnay has left the session, had a cross above his name as well, and that's gonna drop him out of this race, because obviously when the AI is on 90%, or even if it's on 110%, it most likely will get dropped by this group of cars, because 110% AI is just quite a bit slower than the level of F1 eSport drivers. We got Balint Elek is on the softs in P5. He went to the softs under safety car, and now I have to push quite hard to keep Ismail Fassi behind me into turn 1. We go down the inside, almost 3 wide again, and yeah, and now we let Ismail go, because he really wanted to be leading. And yeah, lap 67 now, this is just gonna continue going on. Me and Ismail seem to have kind of had control for most of this race. You can see I'm having to push quite hard here to not have Istvan get past. Into turn 1 we're gonna go. I thought Istvan was gonna make it 3 wide for a second, but that would have ended in tears most likely. So he decides to back out of that one, and now we take the lead of this race. Kind of forced by Istvan to take the lead. But yeah, as I said, me and Ismail have been controlling the race for like 90% of it. We've been swapping places non-stop. However, that stopped. Ismail wanted to be P2 going into this final lap of the race, and that is obviously to get DRS down, start, finish straight. It's gonna be really tough for us to keep behind on a max downforce track, of course. So we need to make sure we get a good exit there. We got a over 7-10 gap to Istvan Pukki, so I'm not worried about him getting past us. I'm worried about Ismail Fassi with the DRS into turn 1. We're gonna go, we can't really do anything, so we have to sit back and accept P2 for now, but there's still over 4 kilometers to race and still 2 DRS zones to go, so this race is far from over. And as you can see, Ismail recharging because he knows that it's not over as well. So we're gonna get a nice little slipstream into Schijvlak, and I decided to go for it. Around the outside into Schijvlak, unfortunately we couldn't quite get the run. So back into the gearbox of Ismail Fassi we dive. And now we have to wait until the next DRS zone again, which is gonna come up in 2 corners. So we just need to make sure we stay close with Ismail, which is not easy. With the slight bit of dirty air we have, you notice it quite badly around those long medium speed corners. But now we're gonna go for it again into the chicane. We're gonna go almost onto the grass. We have to let Ismail go ahead, otherwise that would have ended in tears. We got Isvan down our inside, and now we get one more opportunity in the run up to the line. We have to make sure we time this right. We need a bit of a gap to get that run, get that advantage of the slipstream, and we are gonna just about have enough ERS. Ismail runs out, and to the line we go. 7/1000ths of a second. We take the win by 7/1000ths of a second, and that is 25 points. Backed Isvan in P4, so we gained 13 points to Isvan, and even more to Dani as he disconnected. So yeah, really close one. I think we might have actually taken the fastest lap of the race as well. I'm not sure about that one, but we've gained massively in the championship, and we have taken the championship lead now from Dani and Isvan with this win. Really long race always, 100% race around Zandvoort. It was a really exciting one as well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And as you can see here, the standings, we're on 69 points after that round. 9 points out of Isvan Puki, 13 points out of Dani Bresne. Great day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to check out jarnoopmer.com for my merchandise and sim racing gloves. And see you guys next time. Ciao.